Hey everyone, this is my Class 2 Math blog. In this class, we focused on factors, greatest common factor, least common multiple, and amicable numbers. I'm going to walk through what I did, trying to explain the strategies as I solve each problem. I started with a prime factorization, the factors of 250. I first broke them down into smaller numbers I could manage. So it can be written 250 is 2 to the power of 1 times 5 to the power of 3. To determine the factors, all we have to do is add 1 to each exponent and multiply. That shows me that this has 8 factors. This strategy helped me stay organized, and it helps avoid listing factors randomly. Next, we worked on greatest common factor using 2 different methods. For smaller numbers like 10 and 12, I use the set intersection method by listing all the factors of each number and finding the greatest one they had in common. You can just list them in a set like this. And the greatest common factor is 2 because it's the highest number that is common in both of them. So the greatest common factor of 10 and 12 equals 2. For the greatest common factor of larger numbers like 300 and 360, I use prime factorization instead. Writing each number in prime form allowed me to compare the exponents and select the smallest power of each shared prime. This process made it much more efficient and clear than just listing every factor. So 300 and 360, I just broke down using a prime factorization tree. I just worked with numbers that were friendly to me. Sorry, I got a little cut off there. It is 15 at the end and 3 and 5. So 300 can be written 2 to the power of 2 times 3 times 5. And 360 can be written as 2 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 2, and 5 to the power of 1. And then, we're just going to take the smallest power, and then we just multiply it together. So 4 times 3 times 5 equals 60. So the greatest common factor of 300 and 360 is 60. So then we moved on to least common multiple, again using 2 methods for 10 and 12. Listing all the multiples helped me quickly identify the smallest number they had in common. So the smallest number, I just kept going on 12, realized 48. Oh, I went over 10. The next one in 12, the next multiple of 12 is 60. So I just said, 10 times 6, 60. So 60 is the least common multiple using this method. The lowest common multiple of 10 and 12 is 60. And then using a larger number, like 36 and 30, prime factorization is obviously going to work better. But this time, instead of using the smallest exponents that you do in greatest common factor, we use the largest, so the smallest and greatest common factor and the largest exponent of each prime in least common multiple. So 36 can be written 3 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 2. And 30 is 3 times 2 times 5. So we want to pick the largest, which is 3 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 2, as well as 5. So that can be written 4, 2 to the power of 2, times 9, which is 3 to the power of 2. Can't forget that little 5 there. So the lowest common multiple is 180. Honestly though, the most challenging part of this class was working on the amicable numbers to check whether 1184 and 1210 are amicable. I had to carefully find all the proper factors to show each number and showed how I would find them using factor pairs and divisibility pairs. I made sure not to include the number itself and then added the factors step by step. When the proper factors of 1184 added up to 1210 and the proper factors of 1210 added up to 1184, it confirmed that the pair was amicable. Overall, I had to use appropriate methods in applying divisibility rules to decide which numbers to test and to organize my factor pair so it was clear and complete. I think the biggest takeaway from this class is that number theory is very logical and reasoning based. It's not memorization. It's really great to kind of understand the why behind something, especially when I'm going to be explicitly teaching math in the classroom.